Standout crew, we live and we back with another video, man. Listen, so today,
Too much energy.
We're gonna be reacting. I know I did come on to that with no energy, but I'm holding a food plate, so it's like I had to make sure
I said too much energy.
Oh, who much?
Slow down.
That's tough because we only have high energy on this channel. Anyway, today we're reacting to what happened to every number one high school recruit of the 2010s. Now, Kyle, what do you think happened?
Well, they all went on to become MVPs and Hall of Famers.
Actually, that's tough because all, if not most, I will say most, number one picks, actually, not too many of them become all-stars. There's a high percentage that if you are a number one high school recruit, you have a low probability to be an all-star in the NBA.
Why do you think that?
I could low-key see it. And why do I think that? Well, I think since they get fame so early that it gets to them and they either start slacking off from the game, or because they made it, they've already committed to a college, they just sit back, collect endorsement money or whatever, start going to conventions, maybe hoop a little bit. And then once they get to college, because they haven't been grinding like a 3-star, which there's a fact that 3-star athletes get the most all-stars.
Why do you think that is?
Well, because they're what sports analysts like to call a mid-tier high school athlete. On the ranking scale, they are mid-tier. And depending on what percentage you rank at, you could be below mid-tier. So that might make them hungrier than the number one overall pick who already committed to Duke in the 8th grade.
But why do I disagree? But I disagree with you.
Because once that Duke commit goes to NCAA, he'll do a solid 14 points. Once he gets to NBA, 7.
I disagree with you. What about Anthony Davis?
Anthony Davis was different. Anthony Davis went to college and dominated college. A lot of number one picks don't dominate college the way he did. That man's got every award in the freaking book.
But I disagree with you. I'll get into the video.
What's going on, everybody? It's Trees, and I think it's safe to say that although recruiting status in high school can oftentimes predict your future in basketball, a lot of the time it can be misleading.
I remember Harry Job.
Hopefully, this video will display to you why because a player is
first
ranked
could have easily
overall
been the
in his
best
high
player in
school
the
class. It doesn't
without him.
necessarily mean that they are destined for superstardom in the NBA.
I think it would have been
Today
up
we will
there.
look at the number one ranked recruits in high school since the year 2010, and I'll explain to you what exactly happened after their high school career came to an end.
Defensively, I
These
think
rankings are, according to ESPN, generally regarded as the most reliable recruiting service. So let's cut the talking and get into the number one player from the high school class of 2010. And we're going to start with Harrison Barnes. I'm not sure how big of a shock this came to you, but this is an early lesson in this video that high school rankings ultimately are just that, a ranking. And this isn't to discredit Harrison Barnes or anything. He has been a very good starter for most of his career in the NBA, but after graduating high school, he attended UNC, where he played well enough for 2 seasons to be picked up 7th overall in the 2012 draft. And it's safe to say that Barnes has pretty much been exactly what you expect out of a 7th overall pick. There were times in Golden State where he had people believing that he could have potentially become a star in the NBA, and you could argue that he came close during his time with Dallas, but I think most would agree he has always been a very good starter in the NBA, who in the best role is maybe taking 10 to 12 shots a game, and in the right role could be like the 4th best player on a championship winning team. Currently in Sacramento, Harrison Barnes is in the prime of his career, making about $20 million per year, and he has a lot left in the tank as far as his NBA career goes, even though he has most likely hit his ceiling as a player. In 2011, the number one ranked player was Anthony Davis, who without a doubt has met every expectation for him coming out of high school. His first 7 years were slightly disappointing as far as team success goes, but he never really had a second star other than an injury-riddled DeMarcus Cousins, who together didn't really work out all that well. But after joining the Lakers, he won a championship with LeBron.
They did work out, actually. They were really good when they were on the court. But we all know Boogie and
got injured.
And then ended his career, basically. That's so sad.
That was like the last time that Boogie was good. That was the last time that Boogie got into an NBA season and people were like, this dude is going to be dominant like always. After that, he came in, was never the same.
No, and I was looking back on this. I'm like, I think this might be hot, but I think Boogie had a top 5 prime, talent-wise, of any center all time. I think that at his absolute best.
I thought you were going to say player, and I was about to be like, that's hot.
No, not
but
player.
Center, I'll agree. This, and the reason why, this dude would take 3-point shots. On top of that, on top of him shooting the 3-ball sometimes, he had a game where he dropped 55 in like 16. Like, bro. And he had threes. He shot threes.
He was a good passer, Jim.
It's gonna be exactly what big was doing that at the time. Not many.
You know, and a lot of people give a lot of credit to Jokic, Embiid, and all this, and I was like, bro,
who is the real Slim Shady?
No, but I was thinking it's like when you think about it, Prime Cousins was a good blend of both Embiid and Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit of Cat. I would say a little bit. Nah. Just OG players. But let's get right back into this.
That had a lot of people claiming he might be the number 2 player in the world.
It's already a top.
Obviously, AD has suffered some injuries that have kept him out of that conversation
number 7.
over the past year or so.
If he wasn't totally injured
healthy,
in his career,
Anthony Davis is probably a top 5 player in basketball. Coming in at 2012.
With unlimited DVR, you can stream classics
when he's
like
not injured. Anthony Davis is
YouTube TV.
Scary.
Very scary. Some people were saying Davis is not better than Zion. I'm like, what?
What?
Was Nerlens Noel, who
right now Zion ain't looking too good.
Man can't stay healthy. No, it's no. Listen, take away the injuries. Does Nerlens Noel become a defensive player of the year? Honest to God question. Honest to God question. Take away the near career-ending injuries from this man. Does he become a defensive player of the year?
Let us know in the comments. But yeah, probably.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of these recruits were either overhyped or got injured.
After a somewhat underwhelming season of college basketball in Kentucky, found himself being drafted 6th overall in 2013. And the 76ers didn't really have much space for him in a crowded front court. And since then, he has played for 3 different teams since 2018 and is now the center of a lawsuit that claimed he was screwed out of potentially making $70 million by his agent Rich Paul.
He was.
But speaking solely basketball here, Noel hasn't quite lived up to being the best player of his high school class, but he provides as a rim-running defensive big that on a good team could potentially make a living as a backup center. In 2013, the number 1 player was Andrew Wiggins, and I think that
I will fight everybody in the world to say Andrew Wiggins is not a bust. I want the basketball fans watching this video go in the comments and give me an argument as to why Andrew Wiggins is not a bust. And I promise you, I will combat your argument with an argument of my own. And I will not let down. I will not back down. I will fight this fight compared to Kobe. I die. And Trae Young got compared to Steph Curry.
But there's the difference. Trae Young dropped 29 and led a Hawks team to the Eastern Conference Finals, while also, even though he got compared to Stephen Curry, he at least did something in the playoffs. And in the regular season. Andrew Wiggins got compared to Kobe Bryant, and although he did have a good season and was looking very promising, has fallen down.
Man's at his
not
best.
A bust. He's not a bust, but he was very disappointing.
Yeah, I never said he wasn't disappointing, but I say he's not a bust. I don't.
But Trae Young shut down the Madison Square Gardens.
You're right, but I just don't think he's a bust. Give me a reason why he's a bust.
He's not a bust because low-key, I don't know. When I think of a bust, I think of someone who will probably be out of the league or not even really a piece on the team within the next couple years. Like Killian Hayes, he finna be out of the league. Easily. This man put up 4 points in 31 minutes. This dude's finna be out of the league. And on top of that, he won't be a key piece on any team. That's a bust.
That's a bust. But someone that can give you a 20-point every game. Good percentages from the field, good defense. That's not a bust.
Good defense. This dude can give you good defense, and you just dropped 35. Like, I don't know. I just feel like a bust would not be able to have good nights.
I feel like it's disrespectful to put him in a category with Anthony Bennett. I feel like that's just disrespectful. He's just so much better. Much better. I feel like he's better than Harrison Barnes. And not right now. But when Harrison Barnes comes back down to earth,
yeah,
he could be better.
Harrison Barnes right now. Oh my, I don't know what kind of crack.
He's gonna be an all-star. He's gonna be once De'Aaron gets back to being a good basketball player. He's been absolutely trash. Trust me, Harrison Barnes will go down.
Out of any high school recruit of the past decade, none had higher expectations than Andrew Wiggins. His potential continued through his time in Kansas,
okay, maybe Zion.
And after being picked first overall in 2014, and even for a few years after being drafted. But in my opinion,
wasn't the number one recruit, was he?
His first big-time contract following
he was, but he was for a certain period of time, and then it got taken by RJ Barrett. It was kind of like LaMelo Ball. But it was kind of like an after-the-fact ranking, though. It was like a last-minute thing. Like LaMelo last minute, before they finalized the rankings, got put to 21st. And he was like number 5 or something.
I low-key feel like they need to stop disrespecting the Ball brothers. Like none of them can ball. It's in their last name.
Literally. Balling
Lonzo has been, bro.
Lonzo's been actually really good.
I've been watching some Bulls games. And my
man's passing.
This junk gets rock solid every time I see Alonzo hit a 3. I'm like, oh,
listen, y'all boys know I'm a Hornets fan. I stay on rock for all 30 of those minutes that LaMelo's on the court. All 30. All 30.
His first real breakout season in 2017, he has
soft.
steadily declined to what is at this point in Golden State, an efficient, underrated defending wing who is severely overpaid but still a very productive above average star.
I'm sorry. Oh, he's declined since 2017. I don't know about that. So statistically, yeah, I guess 22 isn't, I guess 18 isn't as good as 22, but who do you have to shoot a ball with back then? Cat, like a rookie Cat, sophomore Cat, and who is should a ball with now? Curry, Poole. I was about to say Draymond. I was about to say Draymond, but that would have been a horrible.
That would have been a pass and a pass back.
Exactly.
That's what you getting from Draymond. You getting a pass, and then he's finna pass it right back. You know, Draymond's the type that will get the ball, not even look at the basket, and he's already making a pass. Like, he won't even square up and look to see what he's got. Like, Draymond, they might even leave him open at the perimeter. This would be Draymond. He gets the ball. He's facing this way. He could be wide open and have a wide open take.
They give him the Hayes treatment.
Exactly. They give him the Hayes treatment, and he's right back to Curry and setting the hardest screens in the NBA.
Dang, I really miss Andrew Bogut. Because let's be honest, bro. Ain't nobody set better screens than Andrew Bogut.
I'm sorry, but ain't nobody set better screens than Kwame Brown.
You're right. No, low key. He's a bust. Don't get me wrong. Top 3 screen setter of all time.
Sure, he's going on my team for the screens.
Yeah, listen, bro. I would literally listen. If I had to listen, I was making a super team and I had Steph Curry on there, I might actually draft Kwame Brown. I'm not kidding. If Kwame was an option, I'm not kidding. I'm being dead serious. I would take
Kwame. Is a threat. He is a threat.
I would. No.
He's a threat. Coaches have to game plan around those screens.
See, you playing around with me by being dead serious. If I was
coaches have to critique their defense on those screens.
If I had Steph Curry on my team, best believe Kwame Brown would be my last pick.
Yeah.
Starter in the NBA.
I'm there.
Up next in the high.
You think I'm kidding?
I don't. I'm there because Steph Curry needs his screens, and the defense will be flustered when they realize that Kwame, the GOAT, all right, Brown, is setting hard
class
screens
of 2014. We got Jahlil Okafor.
That background's hard. That background's hard.
This is hard, but Jahlil makes me sad.
It does.
Because after his rookie year, I was all on this dude. I was like, top 5 center? Behind Andre Drummond? And yeah. If he played in the 80s, he would have been an MVP. No doubt.
Okafor, in my opinion, was the beginning to the end for bigs of his playstyle. The NBA at that point was beginning to spiral towards bigs who can both play defense and shoot the three-ball.
No, his defense sucks.
He's one of the worst can really do, which makes the fact that he was drafted 3rd overall by the 76ers back in 2015 almost laughable looking back at it.
But the 76ers shot themselves in the foot by having Okafor, Embiid, and Noel on the same roster. They should never have had. I feel like if Jahlil was given his own team and a fair shot, he actually would have ended up being a good player. I feel like his career was effed from the moment he got drafted. I'm not sure if that's hot, but I believe his career was effed from the absolute moment the Sixers picked him 3rd.
So if he was on a team like the Kings, no, because they Boogie. Hold on, a team like the Pacers.
I think it'll be a different story. I think they had PG at the time, so I would more think of a team like
the Suns.
The Suns. Yeah, I guess they wouldn't have aided. I know it looks bad now, but it's like back then. You know, the Suns' best player was Bledsoe, which he was pretty nice.
Don't get me wrong.
I mean, they called him Mini LeBron for a reason. I remember loving Bledsoe. I used to love Bledsoe, and now I watched him play for the Clippers the other day, and I'm like, damn.
How the great have fallen.
How the great have fallen. I was like, I always just say Bledsoe, the most underrated point guard in the league, and now it's like
I remember those because I remember one time I was saying how Bledsoe was trash, and you were like, whipped out the Glock.
But he's like he was a really good defender, a really good scorer. Now listen, shooting wise, oh no, Westbrook, but everything else Bledsoe was really good at. But Okafor makes me sad. I feel like
look at the pain in his eyes.
The pain putting on that jersey.
He knows he finna go in there.
If he was just in a better situation, man, he would have been a better player.
Jahlil played well in his first season in Philadelphia,
so sad.
Scoring over 17 points a game and grabbing 7 boards as well. And there's no doubt that he probably could still be doing that same thing today, but it will never truly impact winning, which is why the Brooklyn Nets recently waived Okafor just a few days after trading for him. The high school class of 2015 featured Ben Simmons as the #1 player, and after a promising season at LSU and a few promising seasons in Philadelphia, Simmons has slowly become one of the most hated players in the entire NBA. Sixers fans have told others for a while now that although
a few promising, damn, this Simmons hate's going too far. A few promising. Simmons was an all-star out the gates. The only problem is that's where he stayed.
True. No, like Simmons is the most all-star player you can get. Like, I'm being dead serious. Simmons is probably the most all-star player you can get.
Elite defender, elite finisher, elite passer, and he can't do nothing else.
Exactly. But like his stat line, you look at his stats and it's like, that's all-star. Like, that's all-star. Like, it's nothing like, oh my God. Oh my God.
MVP.
MVP, mini LeBron, MVP. Like, no, it's not anything like that. But it's just like all-star, like, all-star.
Exactly. The only problem is he's been that his whole career.
Exactly.
From literally his rookie game, his first game in the league, he has been an all-star.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing has changed.
Though Ben doesn't shoot the 3-ball, he impacts the game in so many other ways that it doesn't really matter. But even at this point, I don't even know a single Sixers fan who is making the same argument. I still do truly believe that in the right headspace, Simmons could be a top 10 player in this league, and I mean that. But he has proven that he is too afraid of being criticized or working on very essential parts of his game. In 2016,
bro.
This is Tyler.
Tyler, not top 10. Top 15,
is writing an email to his boss,
maybe
Anita.
top 20.
Harry Giles could be found atop his high school class.
So sad.
Perhaps Giles has been the most disappointing
sad
of any player ranked first overall in this video.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, what did he say?
In 2016, Harry Giles could be found atop his high school class. Perhaps Giles has been the most disappointing of any player ranked first overall in this video.
Facts, but that's not fair. Man's tore his ACL how many times?
Twice.
It's like,
and he tried to rush it too, which didn't make it any better. And then on top of that, he committed to the draft while recovering from an injury, which didn't make it any better. And then he goes into the combine while just recovered from an ACL injury, which didn't make it better. Then he got into the NBA, probably got injured, which didn't make it any better. Like, dog.
You're missing the essential parts. He was drafted by the Sacramento Kings, and they replaced him like literally a season later with Marvin Bagley while he was injured. So it's like, brother, he never got his fair. Similar to Jahlil, never got his fair shot. The problem with people is that they treat the NBA like it's the NFL. In the NBA, players aren't usually supposed to be great out the gates. You got to give them time, which is essential. Why that when you draft somebody, you put all your faith into them. Now, unless it's a fine maker where after 3 seasons, it's clear and obvious that they haven't gotten any better.
Oh my God, dude. No, fine. Don't get me started.
Fine with some. No, Mike Seba, he could be an MVP.
He's gonna be a multiple-time defensive player of the year, and I believe him. Time maker had the work ethic, he had the drive, and then he's gonna come on here and just completely denounce any of what he said in that video. Oh, guys, I wasn't actually saying it was true. I was just quoting Thon himself. Shut up, Mike. You're such a clown.
He's been a clown since 2016. Let's be honest. He's been not 2016, 2018. He's just been a meme in the NBA community. But when you're in
ever
NBA,
since Agent made that video.
Ever since the Agent made a video about Mike,
he made a video trolling Mike, and Mike got pissed. He got pissed. He trolled Mike in 2K with like Steezo.
I've seen that.
And Mike got pissed.
I've seen that. I just feel like Mike is kind of, I don't know, he just comes off to me as very cocky. Because I feel like he thinks that because he has the most subs out of all these basketball YouTubers, he gets the most views, that he's just the best. When the best basketball YouTubers on the platform, they don't want some 50K subs. Y'all mustard. Subscribe. I'll sub the Standout crew, of course.
Video, mainly because it happened right after his high school career ended. He averaged just 4 points per game at Duke, still was picked 20th overall in the 2017 draft based off of potential alone, but since then hasn't really found a great role on any NBA team, and can currently be found on the Portland Trail Blazers, as he averaged just under 3 points per game this past season. In 2017, the #1 ranked recruit was Marvin Bagley III, who lived up to the hype throughout his playing days in Duke. But after being selected 2nd overall by the Sacramento Kings in 2018, he has been noted.
Hey, listen.
Dude has not been healthy, but I don't see him really doing anything.
I have been on man's head since he got drafted with Luka. I said it from day one. Kings, do not pick Marvin Bagley. Pick Luka. Pick Luka.
Wait, what overall was he picked?
2nd. Luka was 3rd. Luka was third.
So it went DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley, Luka.
Yeah. And I said, I said before the draft, do not pick anybody not named Luka Doncic. Because we all know Ayton was going number 1. We all knew Ayton was going number 1. I said, do not pick anybody not named Luka Doncic. Don't do it. Then they picked this dude. And I'm like, brother.
Oh my God. No, the Kings just shot themselves in the foot.
Because my mock draft was Ayton, Luka, Bagley, Trae Young. That was my mock draft. I think Trae went 5th. Bagley went 3rd.
They did that swap. No, he would have gone. Oh, well, in your mock draft, okay.
Yeah, my mock draft, I thought he would go 4th, but he went 5th to the Mavs.
Yeah.
Then they traded him for Luka, which, be honest, both sides won that trade, but it's like, do you think the Hawks would have gone farther if they had Luka? I don't know. I just remember seeing that circulating once when Trae lost. I was like, you think the Hawks would have gone farther with Luka?
I really don't know. I'm not gonna talk about that right now because low-key, I don't know. I don't know. Like,
but do you think the Mavs would have gone farther with Trae?
No.
I see some tension here. I can feel it. Like, you got something against Trae? Ice Trae? Trae away.
No, I love Trae.
I love Trae too. He's a very sexy man.
No, I love Trae. No. I put respect on his name since day one. But when he shut down the Gardens, oh my God.
I can't believe he did that.
I just put more respect on his name.
I really thought the Knicks would win. And Julius Randle.
People were saying that the Knicks were going to go to the Eastern Conference.
I thought they would. But Julius Randle had the worst playoff performance I've ever seen. It was him and Jimmy Butler sucked.
And then on top of that, they go to Philadelphia. All the Knicks fans are like, oh, all this just to get your pack smoked by Philadelphia.
And Ben
Simmons won.
They
won. I didn't expect them to win. I was like, okay, ATL wins, but they ain't winning against, the 76ers. They go to the Eastern Conference Finals. I knew they weren't going to win against the Bucks, but like, dog.
They almost did. They almost
did. I know they got 2 games on the Bucks. I'm pretty sure
they almost did. So it's like, geez, if Trae Young was healthy,
and that's why I'm saying Trae Young.
If Trae Young was healthy, do the Hawks win the championship?
The championship? No,
I think they would have beat the Suns. I listen.
No, they wouldn't beat the no. Okay, no, they wouldn't beat.
Let's get back into the video. Considered by many to be the worst draft choice of recent memory, considering he was taken just before Luka Doncic. Some still believe in Bagley as a player, and a part of me really wants to as well. But seeing as he has not,
I thought it was Blake Griffin 2.0, and Blake Griffin 2.0 would not work in 2018.
Improved in his game since his rookie season, I would understand if you have totally given up on him as a player. However, a scenery change may really open up his potential in the NBA. In the class of 2018, we got RJ Barrett. Many people forget Barrett was ranked.
I was on Barrett's Dyke. I thought it'd be better than Zion.
I thought it'd be better than Zion. Listen, the thing is I was okay. I'm not gonna lie, I did too.
I did too. I thought it'd be better than Zion.
Here's how I said that RJ Barrett was going to be at the top of his class, but probably not number 1. I said that I see someone like Ja Morant being number 1 in his class because I watched a YouTube video. Because I watched a YouTube video of his come up story and a bunch of people were like on Ja's D. So I was like, all right, I'll go with Ja. Then I was like, RJ Barrett's going number 2 because I don't know. I had a lot of faith in RJ. And then I thought Zion was going to slowly progress. I didn't expect him to first game drop 24 off rip.
I expected Zion to start off the best out of all of them, but I thought he had a Ben Simmons treatment and mellow out as around a 22 point per game score. Well, I thought I low-key thought RJ Barrett was going to be one of the most lethal scorers in the league. And I'm not saying I didn't believe in Ja, but what I saw in Ja was I just saw Russell Westbrook 2.0, but worse. So I'm like, I don't think Ja is going to be an elite top 5 point guard, but now it's like, well, he's almost there. He's basically there, so.
First overall ahead of Zion Williamson, but Barrett was a stud in high school. And after his season in Duke, where he continued to flash his potential, he was drafted 3rd overall by the New York Knicks in the 2019
He's still
draft.
good, though. He's still good, though.
Up and down rookie season, he has a lot of people wondering, after a sophomore year of much improvement, whether he can become the most improved player next year. Barrett has been improving heavily as a scorer, a facilitator,
really good,
and a three-point shooter, and his percentage from deep rose to above 40% this past season. I, for one, was not expecting him to grow that quickly as a shooter.
But I see him having like
I'm saying like 3-time.
I see him having like a Vince Carter like career. Not in like its iconicness, but I'm talking about in accolades wise. I see him being like a Vince Carter, maybe like a 5-6-time All-Star. No all NBA, it's just All-Star.
And if he can focus on one thing every year for the rest of his career and improve that drastically, I wouldn't be surprised if he is a legitimate star next season in the NBA. And who knows what the future holds for him thereafter. The number 1 ranked player in the class of 2019 was James Wiseman. He played just
this is so tough.
You know how I felt about Wiseman. You know how I felt about
Wiseman, and I said this with passion, right? I said this with passion. I said that behind LaMelo Ball, of course, because after we drafted LaMelo, I was on LaMelo's D, all right? So, after the draft, I said, LaMelo all the way, but Wiseman, number 2. But before the draft, before I knew LaMelo was going to the Hornets, I was like, Wiseman. If Wiseman gets passed up, we need to take Wiseman. You know what I'm saying? I was all like, Wiseman finna be the best player in the class. Wiseman finna be the most dominant in the class. I see Wiseman being the top center. I see Wiseman doing this.
I thought he'd be better than Cat. I thought he'd be better than Cat.
And I'm like, oh my God, he's not going number 1. This is the biggest dub in history.
I mean, we all knew Anthony Edwards was going number 1.
And then
the Warriors took him. I knew the Warriors were going to take him. And I thought that was going to be a great pick for the Warriors. But, he got injured. And, after that, pretty mellow.
Pretty mellow. This dude hasn't played a game, I don't think, for the Warriors since last season.
So sad. But I want to talk about Anthony Edwards. I don't know why. I feel like talking about Anthony Edwards, bro. Anthony Edwards is, bro.
He's a baller.
I think he's gonna be I think he's gonna be an MVP candidate in the future. No, I think listen. You know Harden was our top scorer this generation. I think Anthony Edwards is gonna be our top scorer of the next decade.
This man got next. Is all I gotta say.
This man got next. I think he's gonna be our scorer for the next 10 years. I think he's gonna be one of the top scorers next. In his prime, I see him being a 28 point per game scorer on like 46% from the field. I have a lot of faith.
This dude got next. He dropped 48. 40. Let me say this. Let me say this up close.
Emphasize it.
48 on Curry. Wasn't it Curry?
I don't remember.
It wasn't on Curry, but it was on the Warriors.
Man's just.
And he dropped 48.
Bro, but man's got. Listen.
And he got.
I compared him to Jordan. I compared him to Jordan before the draft. Okay, and so
maybe the Bonnies.
So far, my prediction is spot on. Not as in he's as good as Jordan. Chill out, you Chicago Bulls stands who are now happy your team's good after 20 years of mediocrity. Okay. I just had to say that. I don't know. Bulls fans are pissing me off. Pissing me off this year. They're just pissing me off this year.
That's why I won't watch a Mike Korzemba video anymore because I know he's hot right now.
I mean, I know you Bulls fans are happy that Zach LaVine is your best player, and you may have a chance at maybe a third seed, second round out, but. Because let's be honest, that's farther than anywhere you've gotten since your GOAT retired, since your daddy retired, your father, your Messiah, your God, your Jesus.
Let's talk about Cleveland. How have the Cavs been? Where your Cavs at?
That involved head coach Penny Hardaway, but still managed to be drafted second overall by the Golden State Warriors in the 2020 draft. However, he hasn't yet lived up to the hype he once had. I think his motor, or lack thereof, which has always been questioned before the NBA, began to show during his rookie season for the Golden State Warriors.
When have your Hornets ever been good?
We're a new.
He has a world of talent.
That was the Pelicans. That was the Pelicans. That was the Pelicans. That was the Pelicans, Damien. That was the Pelicans. That wasn't the Hornets. Your best player was Alonzo Mourning, who lived in Patrick Ewing's shadow for his whole career. For his whole career, he lived in Patrick Ewing's shadow. His whole career lived in Ewing's shadow. So
Stop. I will leave.
Every natural tool you could want out of a big man, and when motivated, he can truly be the best player of his draft class. But he doesn't always appear as if he is very interested in claiming that title. The class of 2020 had Jalen Green as the best player, but it's too early to tell anything about him or his NBA career yet, seeing as well it hasn't started. So let me know what you.
Jalen Green's been impressing me so far. I know some people are like, him and Cade aren't that good. I'm like, they just need time. They need time.
People are riding high on Scotty Barnes. He's doing good, but
Scotty Barnes is killing it. But I don't think he's gonna be the best player in the draft.
No, he's not about to be the best player in the draft. But Jalen Green, I feel like Jalen Green be doing too much though sometimes.
But it's necessary. It's necessary though.
I don't know about that thing that he was chirping to Cade, bruh. Listen, Cade wasn't playing no defense on dude. And he just let him get the dunk, and he was acting all big. And it's like, Jalen Green, you're trying too hard to be your daddy, Anthony Edwards.
Or you're trying to live up to James Harden's legacy in Houston. I feel like he's trying to be too much of Harden, not too much of himself. But I guess he's always kind of been a shot chucker in his career.
Yeah, but, he kind of. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Jalen Green's gonna be a good player, but no.
I said today's video.
God.
On God. DNA crew. Subscribe.
Hold on. I just have something to say. All right. I just have something to say. Before LeBron, who did the Caps have?
Mark Price. One of the greatest.
That's some star power right there. That's star
Mark
power.
Price low-key is underrated though. Don't lie. He's
power.
Underrated. He is pretty underrated though.
That is some star power right there.
The Cavs were actually a really good team. It's just Daddy Jordan wouldn't let us get out of the Eastern Conference. But no, I'm being so serious. I'm being so serious though. We were actually a really good team. We were a really good team, but that bald man wouldn't let us get out of the finals. Out of the Eastern Conference.
Milk dud wouldn't let us breathe.
Wouldn't let us have any sort of success.
That man said, and I took it personal.
No, I did take it personal. The moment he crossed, when he crossed over, I forgot his name. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank. When he crossed over that dude, hit that shot right in his face, game winner. I was like,
"Oh, I bet you were sick." No, I bet you were sick. You were sick.
Thank you, Jordan, for not letting Cleveland make it to the finals.
If Kyle was alive during that time, he would have been sitting in them stands. I already know.
I would have been a Cavs fan though. He would have been like. But I don't think I would have been a Cavs fan back. If I was born back then, I would not have been a Cavs fan.
For sure would have been a Bulls fan. I'm sorry, I would have been a Bulls.
I think I would have been a Pistons
Jordan is
fan.
just too appeasing.
I would have definitely been a Pistons fan. I feel like I would have been a Knicks fan. I feel like Ewing would have just matched everything that I liked about basketball. I feel like I would have been a Knicks fan.
I would have for sure been a Bulls fan. Listen, I'm sorry, Jordan. That is too appealing for me to give up.
That is true. I feel like I would have.
I wanted
been a
to. I
Bulls fan,
wish I watched
Pistons
Jordan
fan,
play.
or a Knicks fan.
I wish I watched him play.
I don't think I would have been a Lakers fan. I feel like I would have despised the Lakers like so much.
I feel like if I were alive in the 90s and got into the 2000s and saw Kobe play, I don't think I would like him.
Nobody liked Kobe back then. Hey, RIP the legend.
I don't think I would have. Yeah, RIP. But I feel like if I was alive and saw Michael Jordan play and then went to go see Kobe play, like I just wouldn't like Kobe.
No one liked Kobe. Nobody. I didn't even like Kobe. I was just like, shot chucker. But listen,
field goal.
But
he's not that good. I promise.
Oh no, Kyrie better. No, I used to say that. I used to say that Kyrie better because I would not have been a Cavs fan if it wasn't for Kyrie. I remember watching Kyrie play at Duke. Had me rock hard at the age of like 6. I didn't know I could get rock hard, but I sure was when watching Kyrie dribble that ball. Ooh, he could dribble my balls any day of the week.
Ooh,
but
what? Wait, what the? No, we need no. This is the type of stuff I'll be talking about, man.
But
we need some intervention for you, bro.
So what? You got pawned with gay people?
I didn't even mean it. I didn't mean it like. Oh my god.
And that's this video. And peace.
All right.